everyone, and welcome back to Turtle Torture Time. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Dan. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno's.
I thought it was just DiGiorno. I don't think it's an apostrophe S. I think it's just DiGiorno.
They're paying me, so I can call them whatever I want.
Oh, okay. All right. No, they're not.
I wish they were.
Wouldn't that be great if we were like, we're equal opportunity pizza advertisers? Like, we have 26 of these to do, so we're gonna go to 26. We didn't do it with the first one, so I guess 25 different pizza places and get them to pay us, but we're also advertising all of their competition.
See, it would be awesome if you could get, like, one of them to actually do it and it was really obscure, like Red Baron or something like that. Like one of those frozen pizza companies. Don't get me wrong, I like Red Baron frozen pizzas, but I feel like not everyone knows of their existence.
See,
they're not, like, in the upper echelon, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're right on par with Tombstone as far as, like, popularity.
See, we don't have
Tombstone
Tombstone in my neck of the woods, so I don't even know what that is.
Really? Oh. Like, what do you want on your Tombstone? Really?
Yeah, no, we don't have those.
I thought that was... But, I mean, it's not a pizza chain. That's frozen pizza. You don't have those there?
Yeah, we don't have those in our supermarkets or anything. I've heard people talk about them. We don't have them.
That's crazy. I didn't know that even happened. I thought most big chains like that had their products everywhere.
Not the case with Tombstone.
No, what I thought you were gonna say was we should get, like, some obscure mom and pop pizza place that's only in one of our towns to advertise on a video.
That's a very good idea. I'd like to get like a beach pizza place, because we have some good beach pizza places near me too. Like,
oh, cool.
Oh man,
we should go to we should go to a couple of respective places and be like, hey, would you like to pay for really cheap advertising on one episode of Turtle Torture Time?
They would be like, go away, please.
Like, no, look, these are our credentials. Here are the stupid videos we make. Anyway, so we're going on now to the third episode of The Next Mutation, which is predictably called East Meets West Part 3. There are 5 of these making up our entire pilot. And, you know, this isn't like Transformers Prime or something where, like, it's a legitimate, like, movie-length story. It's just taking forever for us to get anywhere. And I think last episode was... And, I mean, we got more done last episode, but it was a lot of... Look, we have a new turtle, and and our regular turtles are kind of meatheads about it.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of meatheads about everything in that they don't really have personalities and they just say things like Ninja-tude.
Yeah, and like I talked about how interchangeable they are in Ninja Turtles 3. This makes them look like they all have distinct personalities in that film. I
think Leonardo, at the very least, is the one that you can tell has a personality different from them because he's a little bit more dedicated and doesn't goof off.
Not in this.
I think, like, he had, like, the speech about the family and stuff. Like, I thought
you meant in 3. Okay. Dan is trying to give this some kind of credit. He's grasping for something.
And I think the reason why they're going to do that is because, if I remember correctly, is he the one that has the romance with Venus de Milo? Because, like, that has to happen, right? At least one of them has to be, like, dating her or whatever.
There ever was actually a romance. I don't know. We like to really dance around and tiptoe around in Power Rangers. I kind of expected it would never happen. I kind of expected there would be one where you could tell this should be the couple, but we never actually let it happen. I guess we'll find out.
In this show, these are the two people with compatible personality.
Right, because we're concerned in this show that once the forbidden couple gets together, no one will watch anymore. That's what we're worried about with this show. All right, if you want to watch it with us, get it to timestamp 0 on your Netflix, or if you are crazy enough to own this series, like I will be at some point because I am collecting every superhero thing on a disc.
So if you're as crazy as Captain Logan...
Right, precisely. If you're crazy enough to start pointing at people and be, shh, I'm reading his mind! Get it to timestamp 0 and get ready to press play when I say now. Dan, are you ready, sir?
Oh, I am A-okay.
I can't wait.
I am ready.
Here we go. Everybody, please press play. Right now! You gotta be really wanting some pizza. Oh, there's no teaser. Was there a teaser last time?
No.
I can't remember. Is it so past the first episode? It's always just right into the intro.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever showed Jason this show?
I think he's watched like an episode or two. Sarah likes to watch the show, which is hilarious because she doesn't like Power Rangers.
Does Jason like the show?
I don't know. It's been so long. I bet he doesn't even remember it at this point.
You should watch it with him, see what he thinks.
We should bring him into one of these.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Dan Clark. Oh, Alan Levine. He's one of the. I think he's one of the major Power Rangers producers, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Dan Clark. He wrote this. Oh man, the lip syncing on Donatello there was awful.
No, it remains awful.
My spirit is hungry. Spirit floating is impossible.
I can't free my spirit. I'm hungry.
Say so. What I'm trying to say is.
See, if we had that kind of like bimbo ridiculous dialogue through this entire show, it would be maybe more enjoyable. Like we sort of do, but that's more self-aware than some of the rest of this, you know.
Yeah.
No, these people are idiots.
You're a coward, Raph.
If you have to do these kind of like brain dead Ninja Turtles, I always want it to be a commentary on brain dead teenagers who just watch TV and play video games all day.
Yeah, I think there's the potential for like something to be done there with the Turtles and like 80s pop culture potentially, like some of it at least being brain dead and stuff like that.
And you could get real meta with it too, where you could be like, what has happened to the Ninja Turtles is what a lot of parents felt like were happening to their children because of the Ninja Turtles in the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. That Psy staff thing is absurd.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is. It wasn't. Wait, has he always just had that, or has he had both sides?
Maybe it's
like
he
just or does it
a
come
link
apart?
together kind of thing.
Oh, that is stupid.
Imagine if they teased that like they did Darth Maul's lightsaber for the Phantom Menace, where he just has the double-sided Psy. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Dun 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 dun. Shell shocked.
It's weird that Donatello's staff is just kind of like a metal pipe too. It doesn't even look like a bow. Bow staffs are made out of wood.
No, but it has bow staff-esque handles. And it's also too thin, or at least on film it looks too thin.
And it's too short too.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, again, these productions always have the plastic-looking weapons. It's kind of ironic that looks too metal.
Yeah.
Mega shell.
Very strange.
What was the ninja something line we were making fun of before?
Ninja-tude.
Ninja-tude. Oh, we gotta file that away. Don't forget about Ninja-tude.
This shot looks exactly like them on the rooftop at the end of the first movie fighting Shredder.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I'll disagree with that. I think it looks a little bit more like the top of the roof at April's apartment, too. Especially the way it's lit.
Yeah, it kind of does. Either of those two scenes, I think it's kind of similar.
But it's definitely got those, I think we're both going to those places partly because those triangular things are on top of both of those roofs.
Yeah. Oh, Leo has two swords now.
He must have dropped one. And, oh, you're right. Those are not anything like the kinds of... Those are not katana, are they? They look like they look like he stole them from Link or something.
Yeah. I was comparing them to like Thundercats, like the sword that Lion-O uses. And Michelangelo has these things. They're not nunchuck.
Nunchucks? Yeah. Yeah, did they just suddenly change all their weapons? Okay,
I don't know.
That's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, that's redundant with the show. But Raphael was walking on his size.
Yeah.
That's impressive if I thought it was possible. And Venus keeps becoming a magic eye puzzle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The turtles shouldn't even be able to come here. They don't have brains. There's nothing in there. I would have brought marshmallows.
I really wish they made like a Dreamcast game out of this show and it looked exactly like this, because that's exactly what this looks like right now.
You're right. Yeah, it's got. I mean, there were some really great looking Dreamcast games.
Oh yeah, for the time, definitely.
Follow those rocks.
Follow those rocks. Yeah, this is real video gaming in the first place. Did you ever watch the what's it called? Did you ever watch the rip tracks for Star Wars Episode 3? And they get to the they get to the lava part toward the end, and one of them goes, "This reminds me of something. What is this reminding me of?" And then the other guy goes, "Every video game ever." Oh yes, every video game ever.
That's hilarious.
When Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting over the lava, that 25-minute action sequence.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm only exaggerating by a minute and a half. But you know, we make fun of villain voices. You would give anything to have that job.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they just had to bring in a Power Rangers villain, because it's kind of a Power Ranger Ninja Turtle show, right?
The Dragon Empire, apparently. That's what he's the head of.
Yeah. I wish I was the infinite infernal serpent. I wonder if he knows the dark overlord of the universe.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Boy, we thought we'd be watching Shredder in the show, but it turned out we had to follow someone else!
I kind of want the Waltz comics to take things from the show and make them cool, like this guy.
Well, they did that with so much of the 80s show. Like, Mondo Gecko is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They made Mutagen Man fascinating, and just the list goes on and on.
Like, I know this show is such a sore spot for people because it was so terrible, but I think, like, some of the, like, designs are kind of cool looking.
Yeah, it's one of those things where whenever it comes up, people are like, oh god, that thing? But
yeah.
I don't feel like it has a reputation like Batman and Robin where people, like, talk about it unless it just comes up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think amongst, like, Turtle fans, people are like, oh, that show's terrible, but, like, it definitely doesn't have the same general cultural resonance as Batman and Robin, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be really cool if they ever made, like, a Ninja Turtles fighting game to, like, have characters from the show in it, like, have Venus de Milo and the Dragon Lord dude, like, just from all points in Turtle history. Like, that'd be really cool.
It's one of those many things where it would be okay if it was terrible, if it knew it was terrible.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in a lot of ways, so is the 80s cartoon, at least as far as, like, you know, stories. It's again, real least common denominator, real, Sorry, I'm distracted by really awful dialogue.
I'm so happy. You wanted that slobber on me, Leo?
Yeah, so I'm not at all, my heart's not touched by any of this, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
No, me either. Venus is from China.
I know all about Venus and China. Yeah, I don't think they are supposed to be from China. I think they definitely are also are from Japan. And Splinter just happened to meet that guy in the ethereal superhighway.
An ethereal superhighway. That sounds like really the most video game thing ever.
It's mine. You can't have it. It's going in a novel at some point. It's mine.
Did you just see what Michelangelo was making?
Yeah, it looked disgusting.
It's just candy and marshmallows in a bowl.
Who drew the 6-year-old picture? Like the 6-year-old crown picture on the side of the train car? Who made that?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. That's really weird.
Who made that?
Yeah, well,
He's gone on
no
to a
one
better
else is going.
place.
Technically, she's one of us. She might as well stay here.
It is where she belongs.
And I guess we
Oh,
didn't
did
talk
you see
about
that?
how super convenient it is that they found her and that she was mutated like they were. And because did they say that was she part of their
Cool.
group when they got mutated and then she got separated, or?
Yeah, she was separated when she got hit by the goo, apparently.
Okay, so doesn't that make her technically their sister, like their brothers?
I don't think you should be thinking about those kind of things because they're probably going to hook one of them up later. And
Yeah, they really shouldn't do that because
really
they're all. And even if they're not blood brothers, they always talk about it like that. So it's still, it's at the very least kind of creepy and weird in the same way it would be in like the Brady Bunch. It's like a Brady Bunch kind of situation.
Yeah. I never thought I'd compare Turtles to the Brady Bunch, but here we are.
Yeah.
Now that she's back on Earth, time to conquer it.
I wish that's what he'd said.
First, we will need to find proper asylum.
After 10,000 years, he's free. It's time to conquer Earth. I love
They
it.
aren't even trying with the animatronic mouth on this guy. He just kind of flaps his gums up and down arbitrarily.
Yeah, he's gonna need reconstructive back surgery like tomorrow. He just keeps nodding. Like, I've never seen anybody nod that much. He's the most positive supervillain ever. He only answers in the affirmative.
So apparently he has dragon foot ninjas.
Yes, and they have way cooler costumes than the foot soldiers did. See, that's what happened. They spent $6 on the regime change.
I don't know.
Because they didn't want to do the Foot Clan and stuff in this show, so they didn't spend any money on it, and it all went to this stuff.
Yeah. Interesting that the Dragon Empire chose to take over the Foot Clan's base for some reason.
Well, it was just sitting there, you know. Look, it was that or the moon, okay, and like, Rita and Zed are already up there, so. Actually, that's not true. The moon is, if this is in the Power Rangers universe, the moon is vacant right now. He could totally go up to the moon. I keep like kind of stopping myself to compare this too much to Power Rangers, but we should keep in mind this is in the same continuity.
That is true.
This is, for all intents and purposes, a Power Rangers show. And what's funny is the Power Rangers aren't on Earth right now, so it would have been a lot cooler if they just had the Ninja Turtles take over for the Power Rangers.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That's what I would have done with it.
Where in America are the Power Rangers from? I know they're in that, fictional town, Angel Grove, but is it in a specific place?
California.
Okay. So they're on the other side of the country.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Angel Grove is supposed to be in California. Especially because like all the location stuff is in California, and they shoot at Vasquez Rock all the time.
Oh, okay. That is the most fake-looking hot dog I've seen in a long time.
I didn't know they made hot dogs that fake.
They just don't make them like they used to, you know?
And Splinter has a very plastic staff. Wow,
Splinter just looks like
he's his own dry ice with him.
Yeah. Splinter just has his mouth hanging open perpetually. He just looks like dumbfounded at everything that happens.
Yeah, or dumb. He looks like somebody just hit him in the head and he needs to be rushed to the hospital all the time.
Yeah.
So when the Dragon Lord breathes fire, he looks more like a fire eater to me. Like, there's clearly just somebody standing behind him blowing a fire thing.
Yeah.
Like a blowtorch or whatever it is. I really wish he had just started, like, coughing when he walked through his dry ice.
We're the byproduct of radioactive.
They definitely could have went more of a comedy route with this guy than they did. I think his little sidekick there is supposed to be funny, but he's too serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the pigeon eggs gag that
It's
they're
a
like
beautiful
going with here is
life
not funny.
Yeah.
This psycho chump wants to eat us. Gross.
Oh, he
Yeah,
made a
but-
joke.
He's at least like real theatrical and has some kind of a sense of humor.
That's true.
I like mine tenderized. No, he's basically an 80s Ninja Turtles villain. I can get behind that. Might have been cool if we took one of the lesser Ninja Turtles villains and made them the big bad for this show, like Rat King or something.
That would have been cool.
But I don't know if they have the rights on those characters.
I know they do other villains later on. I don't know if they're from the comics, but in the preview, obviously, there's like a wacky-looking scientist guy. He's probably not Baxter Stockman, but...
He's probably just a villain for Baxter Stockman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not real sure how the rights... How they're dealing with the rights issues. Like, I know the show was aired on Fox, but I don't know if it's the same thing as The Tick, where when they go to live action, they can't use anything they had in the cartoon. Or they can't use anything the cartoon produced. Like, that was the rule with the Tick live action show, was that they could only use characters that they invented or that came from the comics in the first place, which is why they had to reinvent, which is why they had to make up Captain Liberty and Batman well, because they couldn't use those characters. But, and we know that there were issues with Krang and stuff, so I kind of wonder what they had access to.
Yeah, I wonder.
But Baxter Stockman is a comic character, so then you get the question of, could you use him, but he just can't be a fly? Like,
On the count of three, the old shit.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how any of that stuff works, but what channel did the cartoon air on when it was on TV? Because I never watched it on TV.
the cartoon, I think it was Fox then.
Okay.
But I might be mistaken, or it might have just been syndicated, so it was on whatever local network had it.
Okay.
You have no honor, Dragon Lord.
Honor, please. Who needs honor?
Who needs honor?
Almighty and powerful.
Mutation.
Yeah. So, I'm confused. This Dragon Lord guy is saying that he was mutated too?
You're about to become
Yeah, but I thought he was just from another dimension or something.
Yeah.
Did they have mutagen there? Was he just a guy and
Master, back off, Dragon Breath. No.
now he's all steering into the skid with his mutation because he?
I'd like to think that the TGRI guy from Turtles 2 went to that dimension after that movie.
Oh,
and
see,
created the Dragon
don't say that
Empire.
because now I want him to be played by David Warner so badly. Like, don't say that. At Planet Comic Con this year, Dan, I found my favorite cosplayer there was a guy doing Shredder from Ninja Turtles 2, and and his costume was perfect, and it had the mask had the same kind of like grating on it. But the coolest thing about his costume, and the reason I loved it so much, is he was carrying around a giant dandelion.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That was the best. We're nursing our wounds now, Dan.
Ouch.
I wonder if they could have ever used Toka and Rezar in this show.
Yeah,
Surviving.
because I want to see that in this show.
I'd like to see them come back in the Waltz comics too, if they haven't already, because I haven't been keeping up with that. But
I don't think they have.
If we can win against
Can you believe we are 70 issues into that right now?
yeah, that's
That
crazy.
dates this video, but close your mouth. Oh, there you go. He closed his mouth.
That's definitely stock footage in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And that's clearly a painted background.
That's great. Yeah, you can even see some of the seams in the background.
Yeah.
beautiful. Have you concocted the demon brew?
I gotta say though, Dan, there are way less compelling and fun to watch villains in Power Ranger shows. Like,
Really?
this guy's not the worst Power Rangers villain I've ever seen.
Oh wow.
You know the consequences for failure.
He's at least got a cool voice.
That's true. And I suppose that it's good that he's this compelling for this material, I guess, because he's obviously going to be the big bad of the entire season.
Was there?
So
I like how his eyes blink. That looks good.
Yeah.
So, because I'm honestly not paying a lot of attention to the actual plot right now, talking over this. Was there an explanation as to why he has some of Shredder's garb?
No.
Because he's got Shredder shoulder pads, and he's got part of his helmet, and he's got it, like he's wearing a Shredder costume.
He had all of that stuff, like, before they even got to New York, so he just kind of looks like...
Okay, so I'm gonna cry foul on this. This is lame, okay? If you're gonna do that, if that's your aesthetic, why don't you just Dragonize Shredder?
I don't know.
Right? That's what you do. You're making basically a Power Rangers Ninja Turtle show. You just mutate Shredder and make him a dragon guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would have been awesome. Like,
Isn't that way cooler?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, okay, I'm done with this now. I don't even. I'm finished. I'm not watching any more of this.
Commentary
Even
series
this
over.
pilot. Yeah, it's done. That's what ruined it, Dan. Everybody, thanks always for watching. We sure appreciate it. We'll see you again soon with part 4. And Dan, do you have any parting words before we?
I'm just trying to think of what pizza I'm going to try to sell you guys next time. I could think of something else.
While you're working on that. Everybody, thanks for listening. We sure appreciate it. I'm Captain Logan.
I'm Dan.
See you later, folks.